connections to the original Mass Effect trilogy. Andromeda definitely has them, and it's got them from a few perspectives. One, you saw some of the alien races in our trailer today, and you've seen those in previous trailers. So there's a lot of continuity there, and there's a lot of that familiarity should be coming through. If you've played the Mass Effect games, then elements of the gameplay, elements of the storytelling, elements of the races are going to come through and feel hopefully familiar. But at the same time, we don't want them to feel so familiar that it feels like it's a straight-up sequel to it. We want people to feel like this is a chance to tell new stories with different characters, with new storytelling possibilities. And so the big challenge with this game is to give people who love Mass Effect that amazing familiarity and build what we've built on for the past decade, but at the same time, not be afraid to go in a different direction or change something if we want to try something new and interesting. So the ending of the trailer does debut our female protagonist. We're not saying her name yet or anything, but that's her. And she says, we made it, which is, we made it to Andromeda. She's realized she's waking up, she's been sleeping. It's a long way to Andromeda, so she's waking up, she's been sleeping, and she realizes we made it, being there, but also it's a nice little hat tip to we made it, we're making the game, and we're making all the stuff that we challenged ourselves to make a few years ago. It's actually happening, and we're getting there, so it's good. It's tough to not look at other games like that, especially games that are pushing boundaries like No Man's Sky, and not scratch your head and say, how do they do that? I wonder if that's applicable to us. And so we definitely do that. That said, our Mass Effect game, Mass Effect Andromeda, is first and foremost a story, and so we're very much grounded in storytelling in that regard. And if there are technologies like seamless loading and things that help us tell a better story, that's when we get really interested in them and stuff. That's what really motivates us to put those kind of technologies in there. But the good news is we have Frostbite, a fantastic engine, one that's now, we've got one game, Dragon Age Inquisition, under our belts on, and there's a lot more, as you can see from the press conference today, a lot more collaboration amongst other EA teams working on Frostbite, and so that's really cranked up how fast we're iterating on Frostbite as an engine, and that's good. That's giving us access to a lot of technologies. Yeah, so the engine really is the foundation of all of that, right? And it covers all the technology in there, and some of that technology we get from the Frostbite team, some we write ourselves, some we collaborate with other teams to actually make and purpose build for this game and other games. So when you see things like the Mako out there, the Mako and what you get to do in Mass Effect Andromeda very much stems from the flexibility and the strength of this engine. And you do get to explore a heck of a lot of the planet, I'll tell you that, a heck of a lot of the planets out there. It's pretty fun. VR and AR and all those things are in many ways the future, and we're just getting a very early look at them now. Yeah, I think I'd love to see Mass Effect in a VR experience. I'd love to see Mass Effect in an augmented reality experience. I think that'd be incredible.